You don't have to do those tests, man.
What was that?
He doesn't have to. I'm just letting him know he doesn't have to do those tests.
Hey, I love you, bro, but like, I'm gonna do the tests anyways,
All
bro.
right, man. Just letting you know you have rights, bro. That's not interfering, bro. Freedom of speech is part of the First Amendment. Part of freedom of speech is the First Amendment, bro.
Yeah, but see how we're trying to conduct this thing right here?
You know what? I wish lawyers would actually come and do what I do. They like to get paid for their information, for knowledge of the law.
Yeah.
Did you let him know that he has rights?
That's what my partner's doing right now.
No, he's not. He's trying to get him to do the test.
Sorry, you know that how?
How what?
What the conversation is going?
Yeah, I know exactly. I know exactly how these conversations go.
But like I said, I just asked you if you could just not.
But freedom of speech is not interfering, bro.
Okay,
You have to know that. That's the second. All right, that's fine. But let me ask you this then.
Okay, go ahead.
What's the 5 fundamental freedoms of the First Amendment?
5 fundamentals.
This is part of your oath, bro. You swore an oath to this. You can state this. It's not an opinion. It's part of your job.
Slow it down. Sworn oath to what?
I've been doing this a long time, bro.
Okay.
All right, I've been doing this a long
Then
time.
if I can do me
Here
a
in
favor,
Bakersfield for about 7 years, I've been doing this a long
If you talk to
time.
him again, sir.
Are you gonna arrest me?
I don't want to arrest you. I'm trying to have you step back further, okay?
Bro, it's freedom of speech, man. It's
I'm
freedom of
just asking
speech.
the tolerance, okay?
But you know what? I already asked him a question. He already said he's gonna do the test. He's happy to do the test. And look, man,
I'm
you
just
know,
asking not to interfere anymore.
I'm not interfering, bro. I'm not
Don't talk
interfering,
to him,
man.
please.
But look, First Amendment
You can't tell
is
us not to talk to him.
real quick, bro. Real quick.
We're
You can't
doing
tell us not to talk to
both
him.
you guys, okay?
That's part of the First Amendment.
I've been
Part of
nothing
the
but
First
cool with you
Amendment.
guys.
Yeah, me too. I've been cool with
What's
you.
yours?
Give it his first name so I can call you by name.
I can't give you my name. I'm under policy not to give you my name.
Okay, what can I call you by? Are you okay with sir? Or
Absolutely, I like
sir?
that. Yeah.
You as sir as well? Or?
Absolutely.
So
Okay,
real
sir,
quick,
so-
real quick. The
okay.
5 fundamental freedoms part of your job, right? I'm guessing you don't know them because you won't state them.
Well, I don't. What do you mean fundamental freedom, sir?
First, we have the freedoms. You have the amendments, right? It's in the Bill of Rights. It's in the Constitution. Did you not swear an oath to the Constitution? There's the First Amendment. The Second Amendment is a right to bear arms, right?
So you're saying like
Second
freedom
Amendment,
of speech, freedom of press, all that stuff? That's what
press,
you get at?
religion. What else?
Okay. Well, the three of the main ones are freedom of speech, freedom of press, freedom of religion, right?
Religion,
Those are the three that we
assembly, and
stand by.
petition.
Okay. So like I said,
Five fundamental freedoms, bro. The
if
First
you go
Amendment.
over here, you're talking to him while he's doing stuff, okay? That's all. Like I said, remember how I said earlier 2 seconds ago? Hey, bro, as long as you guys stay over here, don't bug him. We're cool. We're trying to keep him cooperative.
Well, okay, let me ask you this: what if I'm talking to my live stream right now?
You weren't though. You were talking to him.
How do you know?
You yelled out to him, "Hey, bro, you have rights."
I could have been talking to my live stream right now. See, you can't be the arbiter of my free speech, bro. You cannot tell me what I can and cannot say. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not trying to be a jerk to you.
I know that, bro. But the problem is you really don't know the rights that we the people have, bro. I just proved that.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay, I'm glad you proved it. However, we're trying to conduct an investigation right now, and if you keep talking to him, I'm gonna have you step back even further. I really don't want to do that. I'm trying to allow you to have your rights right here. However, if you keep talking,
Well,
to him,
I already
I'm gonna have to ask you to go further.
Well,
okay?
I already
don't wanna do
did.
that.
I already did, bro.
No, you didn't.
I didn't work.
We don't allow us to have anything.
Okay, yeah, but I'm having to come over here and talk to you.
Yeah,
guys. You guys
that's
are
true,
talking
bro.
to
You
him.
don't allow my freedoms, bro. You know what I'm saying? You
I'm
don't
sorry
you don't
feel
allow
way.
that. You don't allow that.
No, I'm not talking to them because they weren't coming over here and talking. They understand the concept, like the dynamic of respect, right? Clearly, you probably don't respect us, and I get it.
That's
You don't
not
have to- you
true.
don't have to
That's not
respect us.
true,
It's
bro.
okay.
That's not
It's
true,
okay.
man.
I get it, bro. Just
That's
don't
not
be talking
see
to him, okay?
see now you're doing something you're not supposed to. You're opinionating and you're not supposed to do that.
Hey, bud, no, I need you guys over here. I told you guys that. Hey. All right, go. Let's go. Go. I asked you guys twice now. Stay back over there behind the lights.
Hey, bro, we're keeping a respectful distance, man. You're welcome to put up some tape as well.
I don't mind you guys filming whatsoever. It does not bother me.
Yeah, you can't mind, bro. You can't mind. Even if you did mind, it doesn't really matter, bro.
I'm trying to be
We're being a respectful distance, man. I'm gonna let you guys do your job, man.
My thing is, I'm good with you guys filming. It doesn't bother me whatsoever. Just don't get in the way to where I'm having to think about you so I can pay attention.
We're,
That's my thing.
we're not trying to, man. Thanks. Hey, try not to push your weight around so much, man. You know, try not to push your weight around so much on the people, man. Like, you know, it's supposed to be reasonable distance, bro. And we're not trying to be unreasonable when we go in there, you know.
My biggest issue is, man, all we're trying to do is do compliancy. I understand drunk people get a little hectic, and I just don't want no one to get hurt. At the end of the day, we're just trying to make sure that, unfortunately, he makes a bad decision. That's why we're going to be going to where we're going. And luckily, no one got hurt in this decision.
And I don't agree with drunk driving either, man. You know, I was actually narrating into my chat, telling the people, you know, on New Year's Eve,
Yeah.
this guy made $300 delivering beer for people,
This guy
tips
or-
and everything, yeah. And so I'm thanking the people of Bakersfield for ordering their beer, not going
Yeah.
out and drinking
That's
and
awesome.
driving.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, I
Appreciate
don't
it, bro.
encourage that kind of
Yeah,
behavior,
like
man.
I said, man, the only thing that we're trying to get is compliancy because, like,
That's the problem, though. You want the people to be too compliant. Yeah, you can't. Not everyone's compliant like that. Then when
Well-
people don't comply, you guys use brute force.
I
Yeah.
did not believe that we used any
It's-
brute force
no,
on this
I
guy.
mean,
All
I'm
we're
just
trying to do
saying.
man, is just talk to him.
I'm just
so.
saying.
Yeah, you're good. No, I understand that not everyone's gonna agree with everything we do. It's just that's how life is. That's just being human.
The problem is, bro, is I've uncovered a pattern of cops not even knowing the rights of the people, and that I think that becomes dangerous for the people and also for you guys as well, man.
Yeah.
I mean, what if you overstep those boundaries and that guy's gonna fight you, bro?
Yeah.
He's gonna fight you for his rights.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And it makes
I'm-
it dangerous
I'm
for the
glad.
people.
Like I said, man, that's why I spoke to you earlier. All I asked was like, hey, man, just don't be bugging him, and there's no issues here recording. Like right here, like we're having a just normal conversation. There's no issues with it. Like I said, the only thing is that people that are intoxicated to a certain level tend to have mood swings. We don't know how they're acting, especially not everyone's most comfortable with the camera in their face. And I would just did not want him to do something that he's possibly going to regret.
To be
you know
fair,
what I mean?
though, I have seen and I have been on many interactions with police officers where police officers escalate encounters,
Yeah.
bro.
I
They talk
can-
down to the people,
yeah.
piss them off. Even family members, bro. You know, at your house,
Yeah.
you and your family members, you don't like nobody to talk down to you, right?
I
And
get
so
it.
a
No,
lot,
I can agree with that. There's some
so
officers
that's why it's important for me to come out and record
Yeah.
and ask questions and
You're good, yeah,
document,
I get it.
bro.